If your next business move doesn't scare you a little, it's probably too small. The biggest growth never comes from playing safe, it comes from stepping into that uncomfortable space where others back off. Here's the Stoic truth: fear isn't your enemy, it's a signal you're on the right track. And if you can master it, that fear turns into clarity, focus, and power. Safe moves feel comforting because they trick you into thinking you're in control. That sense of security whispers, you're doing the right thing. But it's an illusion. While you sit safely on the sidelines, the world moves, shifts, and evolves without you. In business, safe often means standing still. You protect what's familiar, predictable, low risk. But markets evolve, technology shifts, and competitors adapt. That product, strategy, or business model you thought was stable, it can quietly become obsolete, leaving you trapped in the comfort you once celebrated. Marcus Aurelius said, "What blocks the path doesn't just stop us, it becomes the path forward." The very barrier you avoid, that risky decision, that uncomfortable step, is usually what forces growth. Avoiding it might feel safe, but it's silently holding you back. Most entrepreneurs don't fail because they took a leap too early. They fail because they stayed too cautious for too long. Every moment of hesitation gives someone else the chance to move into the space you were too careful to claim. Have you ever watched a competitor seize an opportunity you hesitated on? Not because they were braver, but because they acted while fear held you back. Even outside business, the pattern repeats: promotions you don't pursue, partnerships you delay, ideas you never launch. Your comfort zone isn't just safe, it quietly shrinks your opportunities. Fear isn't the enemy. That jitter before a big decision, that gut tension stepping into the unknown. It's a signal. It's saying, this matters. Growth lives here. Ask yourself, is staying safe protecting you, or slowly draining away the chances you've been waiting for? Growth never lives in comfort. It lives in discomfort, in the stretch, in the space that scares you just enough to demand attention. That knot in your stomach before a big decision. It's not a red flag. It's data. Fear shows up at the crossroads of something big. Signing a deal just outside your comfort zone. Walking away from a partnership that no longer serves your vision. Betting on a strategy that could double growth, or cost you dearly. Raising capital when investors might say no. Restructuring your team so the business scales without micromanagement. Launching a product into a crowded market. Saying no to an opportunity that doesn't align with your long-term vision. Each sparks fear. But that fear isn't a stop sign, it's proof you're standing at the edge of growth. Think about entrepreneurs you admire. Most of their biggest wins didn't come from comfort. They came from stepping into tension, uncertainty, the decisions that made them pause. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. Discomfort is evidence you're alive, moving towards something meaningful. Fear is the compass pointing to decisions that could redefine your company, your career, and your trajectory. Notice your body. The questions racing through your mind. That tension is information. It maps exactly where transformation and real results live. Step into it. That which feels intimidating is the doorway to the next level of your business, and yourself. Most entrepreneurs think waiting is safe. That sitting still costs nothing. But in business, waiting is bleeding. Every moment you delay, opportunities quietly slip away. Every month you postpone a major decision, 3 things happen. Competitors are testing. Even failed attempts teach them lessons faster than your inaction does. Markets shift. Customers don't pause because you hesitate. Trends, tech, and competitors evolve while you wait. Your team loses momentum. Confidence fades when action is delayed. Energy dies without movement. History is full of it. Blockbuster laughed at Netflix. Kodak ignored digital cameras. Both had resources. Both had a head start. Both waited. Hesitation killed them. Think about your last big delay: raising prices, launching a product, cutting a failing service. That delay cost you time you'll never get back. Time is the one resource you cannot recover. Seneca warned, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." In business, waiting is not neutral. It's negative. The market rewards momentum, speed, decisive action. Hesitation. Slow motion failure. The perfect moment rarely exists. The question isn't, when is the right time? It's, can you act now with courage, clarity, and intelligence? Every decision delayed is a door left unopened. Every hesitation is a step backward disguised as caution. And the cost isn't just numbers, it's lost growth, lost momentum, lost opportunities someone else will gladly take. Inside the business vault, value isn't a buzzword, it's the currency that decides who survives and who doesn't. Most ventures fail not because founders avoid big swings, but because after taking a bold step, they stop delivering meaningful results. One successful launch isn't enough, lasting impact comes from consistent, high-quality execution. Think of it as planting a tree. One seed alone won't create a forest, it's the repeated care, watering, and sunlight over time that produces growth. Here's the mindset that separates businesses that thrive from those that fizzle. Pressure-tested growth: every daring move must produce repeated outcomes. Short-term spikes are illusions, sustainable results compound when effort meets strategy consistently. Retention as leverage: winning a customer is just the beginning. Keeping them engaged multiplies every investment. Your time, resources, and energy work harder and smarter over the long haul. Compounding trust: reputation isn't built overnight. Every interaction, every promise fulfilled, adds invisible layers of credibility. Over months and years, these small actions accumulate, forming an unshakable foundation that competitors can't easily replicate. Imagine a restaurant that wows diners on day one but never innovates again. The first thrill fades. Now imagine a team that surprises customers with thoughtful touches at every visit. Loyalty becomes a force of nature, unyielding and self-sustaining. That's the principle in business: consistency compounds value. Here's a practical playbook. Deliver a core win immediately. Prove you can execute and create tangible impact from the start. Momentum begins with evidence, not promises. Add unexpected value. Surprise, delight, exceed expectations. Small, thoughtful gestures leave a lasting impression and deepen trust. Close the loop. Listen carefully, refine processes, sharpen offerings. Each improvement builds resilience and positions you for the next bold move. Bold decisions open doors, yes. But consistent, compounding value keeps you inside the room long enough to win decisively. And here's the kicker: the choices that scare you, the ones that trigger hesitation or doubt, those are often the decisions that define your legacy. The discomfort signals growth, and the friction marks the path few dare to take. Momentum isn't a lucky streak. It's deliberate, repeated action executed with courage and aligned with strategic value creation. Those who master this system turn fear into fuel, risk into leverage, and hesitation into advantage. Step into the space that intimidates you. Deliver consistently. Refine relentlessly. And watch how every challenging decision transforms into an unstoppable trajectory. Facing difficult choices is inevitable in business. The key is having a framework to move decisively instead of freezing. Here are 4 Stoic tools designed to convert hesitation into deliberate action. 1. Pre-mortem. Before taking a step, imagine it has already failed. List every possible reason for the setback: financial, operational, human factors, market shifts. Then design safeguards to neutralize those risks today. By visualizing potential pitfalls, fear shrinks and clarity grows. Think of it like a safety net beneath a tightrope. Planning doesn't eliminate risk, but it allows you to walk confidently. 2. The 85% rule. Stop waiting for complete certainty. Make decisions when you're about 85% confident. The remaining 15%, the illusion of perfect preparation, rarely materializes. Bold choices are always made with partial information. Picture a pilot launching into the clouds, instruments guide, experience informs, but absolute certainty never exists. The moment you act, momentum begins. 3. Fear journaling. Take the move you're avoiding and write down the absolute worst-case scenario. Then chart your recovery plan. By confronting what could go wrong on paper, fear loses its grip, and opportunity expands. It's like shining a flashlight into a dark room, shadows shrink, obstacles become visible, and the path forward becomes clear. 4. The 30-day challenge. Pick one intimidating move and commit to completing it within 30 days. Why 30? Fear thrives in someday. Courage flourishes under a ticking clock. Deadlines force action, compress hesitation, and turn anxiety into focused execution. Treat it like a sprint. Every day builds momentum, and by the end, what seemed daunting becomes routine. These techniques aren't abstract ideas. They're practical, repeatable strategies for anyone seeking decisive growth. Each method transforms uncertainty into insight, hesitation into progress, and nervous energy into structured action. The Stoic approach isn't about eliminating fear. It's about using fear as a signal, studying it, planning around it, and then stepping forward anyway. Out of hesitation comes movement. Out of preparation comes confidence. Out of courage comes results. When applied consistently, these tools give you the power to act decisively, stay ahead of competitors, and transform intimidating challenges into opportunities for growth. Now, take a moment and think about the move you've been avoiding, the one that feels too big, too risky, too uncomfortable. Commit to taking it within the next 30 days. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Now. Because your business, your growth, and your future self won't thrive inside the comfort zone you cling to. Remember, the Stoic way isn't about ignoring fear. It's about moving alongside it, acting with calm, clarity, and courage while the world hesitates. Every knot in your stomach, every pause, every second of doubt is pointing to the very decisions that will define your trajectory. If this message hit home, don't just leave inspired, subscribe to the Business Vault right now. Each week, we break down tactical, battle-tested strategies designed to make you sharper, stronger, and unstoppable in business. This isn't theory, it's your playbook for bold action, real results, and sustained momentum. And don't keep this to yourself. Like and share it with someone standing at a crossroads, a business partner, a friend, or a fellow entrepreneur. Your share could be the spark that triggers their next breakthrough. Welcome to the Business Vault, where fear becomes fuel, hesitation becomes action, and bold decisions become the pathway to growth you've been waiting for.